One of my favorite people anywhere is Evy Cugelman, and she used to tell me all the time that behavior is just an unmet need. I like to think if you can find the root cause, the solution's always going to be simpler. Let me give you an example. Every single day at 3 o'clock, Ethel used to get very, very upset. She'd put on her coat and her hat and she'd try and run outside of the memory care where she lived. There's a busy street out front and Ethel didn't see so well, so this wasn't really a great or safe idea. So staff would try and redirect her. They'd go on a walk outside, find out what she wanted, but it always escalated and she got more and more upset. They tried therapy, med changes, proximity alarms, distracting her with activities before it got to 3, even going on a trip outside the building every day at 2:45. Nothing worked. 3 o'clock, in or out of the building, she would get very upset and start yelling about how she needed her babies. We'd bring in school children. We brought in a doll, which she loved. Even her actual babies, who were 65 and 67 years old at that point. It didn't change this daily routine of sadness that poor Ethel was going through. Someone had written in her chart daily early sundowning, and there was a doctor who had recommended heavy psychotropic meds. So many meetings, so many conferences with families, visits to specialists, staff one-on-one time with her. We spent so much time and effort trying to help Ethel until one day a really smart nurse, Sean Laird, asked her, "Why? Why do you need to get your babies?" And Ethel said, "Well, I'm late. They're waiting at the school." Now, Ethel could rarely tell you what day it was, let alone what time of day it was. And so that prompted the next question. How do you know that it's time to pick up the kids from school? Ethel kept crying. She said, "It's late, it's late. I haven't got the babies. I haven't even started to make dinner yet." "How do you know it's time for dinner, Ethel?" And she just kept repeating, "It's time for dinner and I've forgotten to get the babies." And then there was a moment of realization. "Ethel, are you hungry?" "Well, yeah, it's dinner time and I haven't got the babies yet." After hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars spent on trying to unsuccessfully help Ethel, the solution was so much simpler once we knew what the root cause of the issue was. From that day forward, every day, Ethel got a sandwich and a cookie at 2:30. It worked. Not a one-on-one, not a medication, not any of the other behavioral interventions that we dreamed up. A sandwich changed her life, and she never had a 3 o'clock meltdown ever again. Whether it's with patients or whether it's with staff or customers, we try to treat or to discipline what we see in front of us. But when we stop and look, what is the root cause? What is the underlying fundamental need that this person in front of us has? It might be to change their work hours. It might be a difficulty understanding what I'm saying with my silly accent. Maybe it's just a sandwich. Take the time with your employees, your patients, find out what need they have that's unmet and solve for that. The behavior is going to take care of itself.